Hello, good morning, students. Welcome to BSc 2 4th semester Zoology online class. So, today I am going to discuss on ultrastructure of animal cell. So, this chapter is not new to you. This we have already studied in high school and PUC. This is a repetition for you. Ultrastructure of animal cell. Definition of animal cell. Definition of animal cell. Animal cell is a eukaryotic cell having membrane bound cell organelles without a cell wall. Without a cell wall. Cell wall is lacking here. Cell wall is present only in the plant cell, not in animal cell. And it is also eukaryotic cell. What is eukaryotic cell? You know it. Eukaryotic cells are the cells having true nucleus. Nucleus. If nucleus is lacking, such cells are called as prokaryotic cells. Okay, so an animal cell is a eukaryotic cell having membrane bound cell organelles without a cell wall. Membrane bound cell organelles are also present there. Membrane bound cell organelles are lacking in prokaryotic cells. Animal cell is a eukaryotic cell. It has membrane bound cell organelles without cell wall. Then size of the cell vary from few microns to few centimeters. See, size of the animal cell varies from microns to centimeters. So the smallest cell is mycoplasma. Smallest cell is mycoplasma, you know it. Its size is about 0.3 micron in length, while the bacteria could be 3 to 5 micron in length. 3 to 5 micron in length. And the human blood cell, human RBC, its diameter is about 7 micron. 7 micron. Okay. The largest animal cell is ostrich egg, measuring 170 mm into 130 mm, means 17 centimeter to 70 centimeter into 13 centimeters. So we can say that the size of the cell depends on function it performs. What function it performs, depending upon that, the size of the cell is depends. Okay, the eukaryotic cells have cell organelles that are lacking in prokaryotic cells except the ribosomes. Yes, only ribosomes are present in prokaryotic cells, not other cell organelles. Ribosomes are not membrane bound cell organelles. Okay, ribosomes are essential for the synthesis of proteins. Therefore, prokaryotes also have the capacity to synthesize proteins for their survival. The animal cell consists of centriole, which carries out cell division. Yes, centriole. Centriole is present in animal cell only, not in plant cells. So these centrioles carry out cell division. So cell division depends on the presence of centriole in animal cell. Next, the animal cell have an organized nucleus with a nuclear envelope. Well organized nucleus is present, and this nucleus is enveloped by nuclear envelope. Along with that, it possesses locomotor structures also. So most of the unicellular animals whose body is made up of only one cell, they have locomotor structures like the cilia, flagella, pseudopodia. Amoeba have pseudopodia for their locomotion. Euglena have flagella. Then Paramecium has cilia for their locomotion. They have well organized cell organelles that perform different functions such as plasma membrane, centriole, peroxisome, lysosome, ribosomes, mitochondria, endoplasmic reticulum, cytoplasm, nucleus, nucleolus, nuclear envelope, and Golgi apparatus. So these are the different membrane bound cell organelles present in animal cell. So this is the diagram of animal cell. Yes, here. So this is lysosome. Lysosome is here. Peroxisome, centrioles. See, centriole are here. Can you see it? Centriole. So these centrioles are two barrel-shaped structures. They are necessary for cell division. During mitosis, they repel towards opposite poles, and they are responsible for attracting chromosomes towards opposite poles. Then plasma membrane is there, microvilli are there, Golgi apparatus is there, okay, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, then nuclear envelope, nucleolus is there, nucleus, this part is nucleus, okay, ribosomes are here, mitochondria, can you see here, mitochondria are there, these are mitochondria, rough endoplasmic reticulum is there, these are rough endoplasmic reticulum, cytoplasm, this space between nucleus and cell membrane, the gap is filled with the cytoplasm, nucleus, nucleolus. Okay, this is the structure of animal cell. Then structure of animal cell. Animal cell have different cell organelles that perform specific functions. To perform specific functions, animal cell has different the cell organelles. Plasma membrane. Brief I'm going to discuss here. Details are you have to discuss, or we have to understand in the one more chapter is there. In that we can discuss these cell organelles in detail. Plasma membrane. It is a semi-permeable membrane surrounding the animal cell. It is made up of lipids embedded with proteins and carbohydrates that regulate the entry and exit of nutrients. So cell membrane. So this is cell membrane. You see here. This outer membrane, boundary of the cell is cell membrane. Cell membrane. So this cell membrane here. Can you see it? This is cell membrane. This entire externally it is bounded by cell membrane or plasma membrane, and it is made up of protein, lipids, phospholipids are there, then carbohydrate molecules are there, and this is responsible for the entry of some substances into the cell and exit of the cell certain molecules outside the cells. So this is semi-permeable membrane, means it permits the movement of certain particles only. Not all particles are permitted to enter or exit from the cell. Next, nuclear membrane. It is the outer layer covering the nucleus, also known as the nuclear envelope. Nuclear envelope. So this is nuclear envelope. Can you see here? This one. So this part, this is nuclear envelope. Around the nucleus, this central part, okay, around the nucleus membrane is present, that is called nuclear envelope. So this nuclear envelope is a double membrane structure. Okay, next, the nucleus. It is a cell organelle consisting of sub-organelles such as nucleus, nucleolus, chromatin, and nuclear envelope. It contains genetic materials also. So, cell organelle consisting of cell organelles such as nucleolus. Inside the nucleus, nucleolus is present. Chromatin material is there. Okay, so chromatin material contains genetic material. Genetic material. Next, cytoplasm. So, cytoplasm is a jelly-like structure found within the cell membrane. It consists of cell organelles and allows them to move around the cell. So, between the nucleus and cell membrane, the cytoplasm is present, gel-like structures where all chemical reactions are occurring. Next, endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum. It is a tiny tubular structure found in the cytoplasm. Okay, the endoplasmic reticulum bearing the ribosomes on its surface is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. So there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum, rough and smooth. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum surface has no ribosomes, whereas rough endoplasmic reticulum surface has ribosomes. Therefore, it is called rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. Whereas the absence of ribosomes is known as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Rough endoplasmic reticulum is involved in protein synthesis and secretion, whereas SER, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, synthesizes lipids. Next, the Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus होता है. So we are talking about Golgi apparatus. So it's a flat disc-shaped sac or cistern found near the nucleus. The Golgi apparatus are parallel to each other. The main function of the Golgi apparatus is packaging materials. Yes, the function of the Golgi apparatus is packaging materials. It is an important site for the formation of glycoproteins and glycolipids. Glycoproteins and glycolipids are formed by Golgi complex. Proteins are synthesized by the endoplasmic reticulum, rough endoplasmic reticulum. Lipids are formed by the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. But final touch for the formation of glycoproteins, involvement of Golgi apparatus is must. So, glycoproteins and glycolipids are formed by Golgi apparatus. Then lysosomes. So, it's a membrane-bound vesicular structure formed due to package process of the Golgi apparatus. These are rich in hydrolytic enzymes and can digest carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. So here the lysosome is here. Can you see here? Lysosome. Golgi apparatus. So this is Golgi apparatus. Can you see the Golgi apparatus? Okay. Lysosomes. Okay. Lysosome is a membrane-bound vesicular structure formed due to the packaging process of the Golgi apparatus. These are rich in hydrolytic enzymes and can digest carbohydrates, proteins, lipids, and nucleic acids. The next, mitochondria. Mitochondria is an important cell organelle. It is a sausage or cylindrical shaped structure with a diameter of 0.2 to 1 micrometer and length 1 to 4.1 micron. Mitochondria are the sites of aerobic respiration and produce energy in the form of ATP. So, yes, mitochondria. Can you see this mitochondria? So this is mitochondria. These are mitochondria. Okay. Next, ribosomes. So it's a granular shaped structure composed of RNA. It is a site for synthesis of protein. The eukaryotes consist of 80s ribosomes. Yes, prokaryotes contains 70s ribosomes, whereas eukaryotic cells consist of 80s ribosomes. So ribosomes are here. These are the ribosomes. Okay. Here. These dot-like structures are ribosomes. These are ribosomes. Okay. Then peroxisome. It is an organelle that helps in digestion of compounds such as fats and amino acids. Fats and amino acids are digested by the involvement of peroxisomes in animal cells. In centrosomes, it is an organelle consisting of two structures known as centrioles surrounded by pericentriolar materials. It is involved in the process of cell division. I told you already. So these are centrioles. Okay, next, microvilli. Microvilli, it's a needle-like outgrowth extended from the plasma membrane. The villi provide movement of the cell or surrounding fluids. So these are the villi. Can you see here? Microvilli. These are microvilli. So these are used for movement of the surrounding fluid, or cells can use these microvilli for their movement. Okay, so that is microvilli. Next, okay, that's about the structure of cell. Next, cell theory. Cell theory. So by the late 1830s, botanist Matthias Sladen and zoologist Theodore Swan were studying tissues and proposed the unified cell theory. The unified cell theory states that all living things are composed of one or more cells. The cell is the basic unit of life. So what they stated, all living things are composed of one or more cells. The cell is the basic unit of life. They said, these two people together, all organisms are made up of cells, one or more cells. If only one cell is there, they are called unicellular. If more than one is there, multicellular. We people, human beings, are multicellular organisms. So cell is the basic unit of life. Yes, cell is the basic unit of life. These two statements given by these two scientists, Matthias Sladen and Theodore Swan. So according to them, cell theory has 2 points. Number one is all living things are composed of one or more cells. The cell is the basic unit of life. Next, they didn't know how the cells are originating, how the cells are, taking their birth. Another person later on, another scientist by name Rudolf Virchow, later made important contributions to this theory. Sladen and Swan proposed spontaneous generation as a method for cell origination. Yes, they proposed spontaneous generation. Spontaneous generation means immediate generation. on their own. But spontaneous generation, this is also called abiogenesis. Abiogenesis means development of organisms from non-living things. So this theory of origin of organisms, abiogenesis, was later disproved. Rudolf Virchow famously stated, "Omnis cellula e cellula," means all cells only arise from pre-existing cells, means new cells arise only from pre-existing cells. Later on, the cell text, the generally accepted portions of the modern cell theory are as follows. Number 1, cell is the fundamental unit of structure and function in living things. Second point is all organisms are made up of one or more cells. Then cells arise from other cells through cellular division. Clear? The expanded version of the cell theory can also include cells carry genetic material passed to daughter cells during cellular division. During cellular division, what happens? The genetic material which is present in parental cell is passed on to their daughter cells during cell division. Then all cells are essentially the same in chemical composition. Yes, all cells are essentially the same in their chemical composition. Then energy flow, metabolism and biochemistry occurs within cells. Energy flow occurs within the cells. These are added later on. So all these things come under cell theory. Main 3 points of cell theory are: the cell is the fundamental unit of structure and function in living things. Means cell is the fundamental, functional and structural unit of all living beings. All organisms are made up of one or more cells. Cells arise from other cells through cellular division. Okay. Next, that's the today's class. Assignment for today's class are there are two questions. First question is, draw a neat label diagram of animal cell. And second assignment is, write the names of membrane bound cell organelles of animal cell present in animal cell. Okay, different cell membrane bound cell organelles present in animal cell, you have to mention their names. Okay, thank you. In the next class we shall study the ultrastructure of some cell organelles. Thank you.